Hey, Ed and Eddie coming at you with another episode of Silver and Blue.
Where we talk Cowboys all day, every day. What are we talking about today, Ed?
Today is all about HBO's Hard Knocks, episode 2.
Welcome back.
Let's go! Ah!
Yeah, talking about episode 2. First thing that kind of stood out to me was I really like that entrance. I like that whole kind of cinematic. I like the kind of just display they had throughout practice.
I've said it before, and yeah, HBO really knows their craft. They're good at what they do. All those slow motion, with the music, and I love that stuff, man.
It was kind of chilling to hear McCarthy during some of his speeches too, and I'm like, I know it's typical coach talk, but the way they set it up with the music,
I wonder if he's really like that, or is he kind of turning it on for HBO? Do you think?
It could be both, but then again, they've done like those NFL films where guys like Bruno are just screaming 100 miles an hour, and it's like, that's how they're like too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit. What are some things that you kind of liked about, Hard Knocks here?
Okay, as far as the likes, all right, We'll go likes first. I did like the inner squad stuff they showed between the Rams and the Cowboys. More of that would be wonderful. I really enjoyed all that. I love the mic'd players, during the practices and during the games. When they have the players mic'd up, man, please have more of that. That's great.
Yeah, and I do like the kind of blending personalities. I like the class clowns like Elliott and Basham, but I also like kind of the serious guys like Tank and Dak. I like the good blend of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Something else that I actually liked was I like seeing players, that show kind of their mentorship or show their role on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like seeing the leadership with Dak and Tank. I thought that was really cool. But I also like seeing kind of those young guys, even some of the weirdos like Alarcon. Like he's trying to find he's trying to find a roster spot. He's an international player. It's a little different.
We talked about, a lot of us talked about before the season started. And there was a lot of talk on Twitter about the things that they would dramatize for the show, and we all knew there would be some background storylines and some guys that weren't going to make it.
Yeah,
and I kind of think we see who those guys are going to be, and already I feel bad for them.
Well, yeah, exactly. Another like that I see is I like when they start to show more of our young players get a little bit of shine. Like I like seeing guys like CD and Micah Parsons, more of their family life, but also just how damn good they are. They are so good.
And I don't even think that's just HBO hyping things up or anything. Those guys really are that good.
Yeah.
We watched the preseason games and practices, and these guys are going to just be awesome this year. Can't wait.
So talk a little bit about the good. Some of the things that I wasn't quite a fan of or I'd like to see less of maybe. I think we give a little too much shine in this show for players who aren't going to make the team. I don't need to see 20 minutes of Ben DiNucci when we know he's probably not going to be here.
Right.
That's pretty harsh, but I mean...
No, I can see that. Unless it's a dramatic storyline that they're going with, like Alarcon and Kamara, which already it's tugging at my heartstrings for both of them.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the practice squad is in line for them, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But you're right. Ben DiNucci,
As opposed to seeing 20 minutes of Ben DiNucci playing chess with other players, maybe we could see guys like Trevon Diggs or, maybe Jalen
Wright,
or Van Der Esch. Or
Deshaun Wright, Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like, I like the storyline of it, but I'd rather see more prevalent players, up and coming rookies that are going to be on the team.
Absolutely. And I love to talk about how HBO is really good at what they do, but one criticism I do have, it was boring for about 15-20 minutes. I was just like...
So you're not a fan of Ben DiNucci playing chess?
No, I'm not a fan of that. I wish they would kind of get on with things, to start with. It's a little slow. I think maybe it'll start to pick up more. They only got, 2-3 episodes left?
So. Yeah, I think 3. Well, and something else, too, kind of blending in with that is just... I think the fluff to football ratio is a little bit off. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I could do without the 60-40 fluff to football ratio. Maybe crank it the other way. Like, I'd rather see a little more football, a little more on the field. Even if it's just fighting and scrapping at practice. I'd rather watch that more as a football fan than a little bit of the fluff stuff, you know.
And I was gonna say I wouldn't mind seeing coaches do more coaching, actual real coaching. They did show that defensive line coach quite a bit, but I thought about it and I was like, maybe there's stuff they don't want them to show, so maybe that's why they're not showing that. Maybe the Cowboys are like, no, we don't want you showing that. So I get
and
that.
Kind of building on Ed's point here, probably the same with some of the veteran players too. I could see a guy like Tyron being like, hey, I've been here for a while, I don't really want to be on the show that much, or not interested.
I prefer you call me father or sir.
That ain't happening. But yeah, one of my critiques about it, I like the show, I just think it's a little too much fluff and not enough football.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that, players have yoga instructors to help with stretches, but
goodness,
I'd rather see more players scrapping, getting in each other's faces.
Exactly. Just ratchet it up some. Zeke's funny. I get it. He likes the sunflower seeds. Could have done that in about 20, 30 seconds. Instead of 2 minutes of it.
Comparing it to the older Hard Knocks with the Cowboys, they had some of those diva moments with T.O., but they did keep it pretty short in comparison to the actual football.
And did you notice there's been no friction between players?
No.
I want to see a little bit of that on the coach, because it's there.
Yeah.
It's got to be happening at practice.
Yeah, it's football. Yeah. Even at the basic high school level here, it's like there are times where you scrap with your teammate at practice, getting in each other's faces. And I agree. I would like to see a little more of that as opposed to just like, hey guys, you want some
everybody's buddies? Yeah.
I'm kind of just trying to think, what's the direction they're trying to show with this? Is it more just, this is the fun, friendly side of football? This is the actual drama of it? Are we showing the team? Are we just showing roster bubble guys?
Yeah. It's a little
directionless.
Directionless, perfect, rudderless right now, but still cool, and I'm watching every minute of it.
Oh yeah. But hey everyone, really appreciate you all watching here, and also big shout out to you all. We finally got to 100 subscribers.
Yay,
that's been a big passion project here, man. So
absolutely.
Nothing but the most love and
very
respect
much
for you guys. Thank you so much. So don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button, because remember, every time you do,
an Eagles fan cries.
Thanks so much, you guys. Take care.
Bye.